Santorelli line really clicked. They all seemed to get along well, and speed really had things going for them early for you.
Yeah, I think that our mandate with our group is we have to pick up the tempo in which we're playing at. The teams in the league that are having success are playing with the puck and playing fast. And that's what we've tried to stress right from the first day of training camp. And we stressed it to the last day of training camp. And training camp doesn't officially end till, I think, on Wednesday. Or Tuesday is the official last day of training camp. So we will continue to push for that.
Did Brendan Cozen put a punctuation on the preseason tonight with the way he played?
Well, he's very noticeable, and we think that he's gotten more comfortable. I think he's gotten proven a little bit that he's got more confidence with the puck. He scored tonight, and he's playing desperate. And that is the word to describe it. And he's making life difficult for the opposition and making life easy for coaching staff and management to notice him.
Was he on your radar coming into training camp?
He was, from a standpoint that when I watched the Marlies last year, he was the player that stood out the most. He was easy to see his skill set and his speed because he was a guy that was on the puck. And he's transferred that to preseason and our training camp here.
How did you think Stefan Arvido handled his first game back?
I thought he did great. I think that, I don't know how many minutes he played. He probably played over 20. And I don't think that that was really what we had planned, but he's a hockey player. And he's very noticeable. He has that calming effect. He's a competitive guy. I don't think you see him. He's not a real flashy guy, but he does make real smart plays. He's got a high IQ for the game.
Randy, I was told by someone in management that Victor Louvre is in the process of staying here and playing for the Marlies this season. What do you see about his game that makes it better to develop here rather than over in Sweden?
I think the decision, that's not just one person's decision as far as where and why. The first thing with that situation that I know of is the player wanted to stay in North America. So that in itself leads you to see if there's something that you can do. The mechanics of him staying here, it has to be a unanimous decision based by his club team, the Swedish Ice Hockey Federation, the individual, and our hockey club. So those are all factors that go into it, but we think that Victor Louvre has the ability to play in the American Hockey League, and that would be a better development course for him than going back to play in Sweden, because he's more of a North American style of player. He's a rough and tumble, and getting used to the smaller rinks and the tighter surfaces would be something that we think is an advantage. Simple as that.
Did Fratton do anything to catch your eye tonight?
Pardon?
Did Fratton do anything to catch your eye positively tonight?
I think it was one of his better games, and the one thing that he did is he was physical. And that's what we've asked Fratty, that part of his game has to be up there for him to make a contribution. That's what we believe in our assessment of him when we've had him here previously. He becomes a much more effective player when he's on the body.
Given that you have so many days left in camp, do you know when you want to get down to that 23-man number?
That'll be something that'll be decided upon by management and coaching staff. Obviously, there's some tough decisions, but depending on where people fall and how this thing is put together, it's a collaboration of a few people, just not one person making all the decisions here. So.
Sooner the better for you, though, personally?
Well, we've had a group that we know what we feel that we've had a good evaluation, and we've put a lot of people in a bunch of different situations. So it's not like we feel we've missed something, because we've used everybody with a number of games, and we took the 28 players to Collingwood. We believe that, at some point, one of these 28 players is going to make a contribution to our hockey club. So that was really the mindset that went into it, is that at some point this body of players is going to make a contribution. And obviously, there's going to be some people who are going to be at a different level or than the NHL because of the 23 number.
How much does puck sense factor into Leo's ability to help your team kill penalties?
Again, with Leo, you know, he's very noticeable, physical. He can play all three forward positions. He played center tonight. Leo's a pest, and he puts pressure on the puck because he can skate, and he seems to have a lot more confidence right now with the puck. And I can only remember one play where he turned it over and caused it. Was it a 2-on-1 or we had to take a penalty because of the play that he made at their blue line. He turned it over. It was a 3-on-2 and he didn't get the puck over the guy's stick. But that, again, in itself, that's one play. He did so many good things that you forget those.
Bernie said he felt more comfortable than he did in his other complete game. Was the mindset of having him go the distance tonight just to be?
Well, again, we had this mapped out right from the exhibition games, the full schedule. We had to sign goaltenders from the first day. We did that, and we were allowed to stay with our schedule based upon no injuries and the spacing out of the games, and we just felt that it was important to give Reimer and Bernier a full game here.
You were watching Roman Polak in the Western Conference. Did you know he'd like to jump into play as much as he did tonight? For example?
Yeah, I think that with Roman, I think he's sneaky at that, and he's a real competitive individual when you're around him on the puck. And again, that's what we're asking not only Roman to do because that's what he does naturally, but we hope that that style and that competitiveness and that leadership and that determination becomes contagious through our hockey club.
Thanks, Coach.